Hey, Journeyman, Journeyman, this is the Heroes Journey with Dr. D. We in them streets, have not been here for a while. While I've been in the streets, I just have not been recording. Just dropped off a gentleman that he was into. He was he actually was it was an interesting conversation. While one may not agree on specific lifestyles, it does not negate the fact that we all live on the same planet, and we all deal with same issues, or we don't deal with same issues. And I think that's that's the issue within itself. We're not dealing with the same issues. If anybody's been following me for an amount of time, realizing that I've been doing a trek in the middle of my situation. A trek was pertaining to childhood trauma, which is complex trauma. And what happens is that I've been looking in the mirror at the man, which is me. And as I am reflective about situations that I experience or that I am experiencing, I'm realizing that there's layers to it. And if there's layers to the situation that I'm experiencing, then I need to see what is on these layers. And that takes some responsibility that people are not willing to take. People are not willing to take responsibility of ownership of what they've done and where they are. Everybody wants to pass the buck. Everybody wants to pass somebody else's situation. If you've been in 6 different relationships, guess what? Guess who the common denominator is? You. You are the common denominator. I wouldn't say you're the weakest link, but you're a common denominator. So if you have multiple relationships and things are going wrong, you always blaming him, you always blaming her. Stop blaming. Do the work. I've said this in videos before. A lot of people, everybody wants to get through, but nobody ever wants to go through, to get through. There's a process in everybody's life. Now, what the gentleman was talking about, he was talking about the things that he was in a relationship with somebody else and it didn't work out. But he thought the break was amicable. But they started dating somebody else that was friends of them both. Ain't that typical? That was friends of them both. And that kind of make you feel a little salty, a little bit. Just a tad bit. Hey, bro. Hi. I'm from India. Hey. Can't read the handwriting because it's on him. Because it is what it is. Alright, so let me talk about the situation. He was talking about situations. We all go through different type of relationships and how he was dealing with things of his past and not dealing with it, about parents being incarcerated, about issues, abuse, neglect, and yeah, that's trauma. But I think what happens is that we may experience abuse, neglect, some more severe than others, and we keep going and thinking that we're okay, but we never deal with it. And if we never deal with it, what it does, it gets suppressed. It gets pushed down, down, right? And it gets pushed down. And guess what happens? One of your 5 senses are triggered in the midst of a relationship in which things are... I don't know who this calling me. All right, so the thing about the effects, things about the trauma is that I believe that we all have some type of wounds as a child. But understand this, just that you're a scratch. If you acknowledge that there's a wound or there's a scratch, or there's something that's not supposed to be there or needs to be tended to, if you don't tend to the wound, it will become infected. It will become an open sore, and it will affect you later. It may not affect you in the current state that you're in because you ignore it, and you ignore it and you move on to other things. But when you get into a situation where it triggers your emotion that's connected to one of your five senses, it's almost like it gets mind of its own. And that senses that wound will highlight an emotion that will affect your very fiber of your situation at that current time. The thing about that emotion being affecting your fiber is that a lot of people don't recall specifically where that emotion comes from. All they know, they are scared. All they know that they're angry. All they know something about that individual, or they need away from that person. That's all they know. Why is that all they know? Because a lot of people are not willing to do the work to dig through the layers to find out where is the origins of the issue. I believe if you can get to the origins of the issue, you can get to the root of it, then you don't have to worry about weeds popping up in your life. But it's a lot of work to get to the core of the weeds. And I think in the society that we're in at this time, people are unwilling to do the work. You know, currently situation, I believe on the end of the situation, and I am willing to do the work in the situation and on myself. I realize that things that has occurred to me, that's happening to me, is happening to me, is not purely because the other person's evil or bad person. That they may be wrong in endeavors, they may be wrong in their actions, and they may be wrong in the motives. But that don't mean they're a bad person. Sometimes good people do bad things, unbeknownst of themselves, and they really think they're doing the right thing. It may be directly opposed to the Word of God. It may be directly opposed to a moral. They're fleeting. Your emotions are fleeting. They pass. If you allow your emotions, because anything can make me feel a certain type of way. A good cherry pie make a brother feel yes.
Take exit 1 toward Briggs Avenue.
Fries ice cream.
Briggs Avenue, then keep left.
Just because it's good to me, don't mean it's good for me. Come on, somebody. Just because it's good to me, don't mean it's good for me. And the effects of it not being good for me will come out in my physical anatomy.
In a quarter of a mile, keep left toward
in
Briggs
my
Avenue.
tone,
Briggs Avenue,
in
then
my
turn
emotions, in my attitude, and unfortunately, it may come out in my relationships and my job. It may cause you to lose a job. So, you
turn
know,
left.
I think that, we all need to do a deep dive in that mirror. In that mirror. Do a deep dive in that mirror.
Use the right
And
lane
wherever
to
you
turn
get to a
right
point,
on East Blossom Street.
wherever you get to the point that you think you know it all, realize you don't know anything. Just because you got a couple of degrees doesn't mean
At the
that
light, turn right.
doesn't mean that you're the smartest man in the room. You may be the most book educated in the institution. It don't mean you're the smartest one.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right to enter the parking lot.
Because Malcolm X never went to college. But not too many people can go toe to toe with him in a debate. Go figure. Lesson. A message. That's it. Message. Who's this? Oldham Jr., I think. So, with that being said, I'm gonna start doing more of my live impromptus, and I'll probably edit and put these things together. So, check me out and more content on Hero's Journey with Dr. D, and look at the segment In Them Streets. INDEM Streets with Dr. D. Here to motivate, to encourage, to motivate, to inspire, to educate. Helping individuals get beyond their first move and creating a better mindset today. If you'd like me to talk on a specific topic, go and put it in my community tab, and I'll get back with you. I promise I will. This is a Hero's Journey with Dr. D, and we are.
Turn right to enter the parking lot.